In 29 days, a woman will have to be out of her longtime home in Pleasant Ridge. Joanne Ray has lived in the house for more than 30 years, and because she's a hoarder, it's been a problem for just as long.
In an emotional decision, a receiver has been put in charge of the property, and Ray has to leave. Local 12's Rich Jaffe joins us now live from Pleasant Ridge with a story you'll see only on Local 12. Rich?
Rob, right now, 3 people live in this house. Joanne Ray, her 56-year-old son Richard, and his girlfriend Kay. There has not been any running water in that house for many years. It is officially a fire trap and a public nuisance. Now, county and city officials have been trying to change that for a long time, but nothing has worked. And now, one way or the other, Joanne Ray has to leave. Joanne Ray has lived in this tiny, cluttered home on Oakleaf Drive for 35 years. Her back porch, along with the rest of the house, is piled high with collected clutter.
I don't get any more stuff. I don't get it. All this, I've gotten all this stuff by going to yard sales. That's where it all came from. But I don't go to yard sales or garage sales anymore. So I don't bring home any more stuff.
But Joanne admits her 56-year-old son, Rick, does occasionally bring things home. Along with Joanne, he's been cited for fire code violations. While Rick didn't want to talk on camera, he was there for most of our conversation with his mom.
And that's where the problem comes in.
There's
that's
Rick.
why it's been this way for 30 years, because she does not want to get rid of nothing.
Rick.
At a court hearing Tuesday, a receiver was appointed for Joanne Ray's home. She will decide on a course of action for the property, move to clean it up, and possibly board it up, then sell it. Joanne Ray has 30 days to get out.
This is gonna kill me, having to do all this stuff. It's gonna kill me. And this stuff is good for something, right? I should try to have a yard sale.
County and city officials have cleaned up this property at least twice.
Joanne is probably going on for 40 years now that we know of. So it's just frustrating. There have been at least 3 captains prior to me that have long since retired that were working on these cases.
Of course, you might need this.
Ray has been to jail multiple times for violating court orders, and every time the place has been cleaned out, it has been piled up again, creating a threat to first responders and the community, leaving officials with no alternatives.
How many buckets do you think a person needs?
I don't know, but I think you got a few too many. Joanne Ray does have a caseworker who is trying to find her another place to live. When she finds that, one of the issues will be that Joanne will not be allowed to take most of her stuff along with her. Joanne's also concerned because she says her son and his girlfriend will also need to find a place to live, and they don't have any money. But they also have some additional issues because Richard Ray was cited for fire code violations and failed to show up for court, so right now there is a warrant out for his arrest. In Pleasant Ridge, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Rob?
You know, I realize that this has to be fixed, and there's just no way that it can go on from here, but I do feel sorry for this little lady. I mean, she just doesn't seem to be able to help it. And the likelihood of her moving into a new place and stopping this behavior seems remote, doesn't it?
That is exactly one of the big issues here. You can move Joanne Ray, but you don't remove her from her problem, and it is likely to continue. She has had counseling. She's been court-ordered into counseling. She has had all kinds of help from the city and the county, but none of it has worked at this point, and now they've just gotten to the point that there is nothing left to do for the sake of this community. It is not about Joanne Ray now. It's about the neighborhood.
Which is why it has to be done. Rich Jaffe, thanks very much. This is the second case of its kind currently underway in Hamilton County. We're keeping an eye on both cases, and we'll let you know what happens.